Come on, hurry up.
Come on, Harry. 1 minute.
Thought you were leaving without saying goodbye, did you? This is for you.
Thanks, Hagrid.
Go on, I'm with you. I'm with you now. I'm with you. Oh, now listen, Harry. If that dolt of a cousin of yours, Dudley, gives you any grief, you could always, threaten him with a nice pair of ears to go with that tail of his.
But, Hagrid, we're not allowed to do magic away from Hogwarts. You know that.
I do. But your cousin don't, do he? Hey? Aye.
Feels strange to be going home, doesn't it?
I'm not going home. Not really.
Hey there, LEGO fans and Potterheads. I'm the lawyer in the LEGO Shed, and this is the 24th in a series of videos I'll be making as I build my way through the magical world of LEGO Harry Potter. I've been collecting Harry Potter LEGO since the line first started back in 2001 with the release of the very first movie. And for this video series, I'll be building sets that have been part of the more recent waves of Harry Potter LEGO beginning in 2018 and stopping with the 2023 releases. My plan is to go in movie order, so without further ado, let's get started. Today we're covering set number 76423, the Hogwarts Express and Hogsmeade Station. Released in 2023, the set has 1,074 pieces and 8 minifigures. This review is going to be a little different from those that I've done in the past because this is going to be the first review of a set that I don't officially own. Sets based on the Hogwarts Express are easily some of the most common in the Harry Potter line. In fact, 76423 is the 7th minifig scale set based upon the iconic Crimson Train. Now, normally I would do a quick rundown of all the past Hogwarts Express sets that they've done, but since I'll be dedicating an entire video to 75955 when we make it to Prisoner of Azkaban, I'm going to save the history lesson for that video. Now, as a lifelong collector of Harry Potter LEGO, I can say that my eyes just involuntarily roll anytime I see a Hogwarts Express set, which is part of the reason why I ended up not purchasing the Collector's Edition or 76423. Other reasons mainly centered on the fact that the train itself was pretty poor in its functionality and inferior in kind of a lot of ways, being really scaled down. But other commenters have already discussed all of that, so I will leave that to them since obviously I don't own it myself. However, one thing I did know that I needed from this set was the station. So after doing a little research, I realized that there were not a lot of unique parts that went into that portion of the model, so I just went ahead and made my own. I was actually able to get most of the parts from LEGO's Bricks and Pieces / Pick-a-Brick site, and I ordered the sticker sheet on Bricklink. Aside from one printed tile, which we'll cover at the end of this video, and a few of the minifigs, that gave me everything that I needed to recreate the station without being stuck with yet another unsatisfying train. So, this is my version of the Hogsmeade Station. Whenever I start tackling a modification of a LEGO set, I try to keep two principles in mind. One, I want to stay as faithful as possible to the original set and capture the inspiration for the set as closely as I can. So with those two kind of like concepts in mind, I ended up here on the on the Hogsmeade Station. The finished project will always end up having some compromises, but it usually captures the essence of the building pretty well. The Hogsmeade Station is actually not a movie set. It was filmed on location at Gothland Station in the United Kingdom. The designers of 76423, I thought, did a great job of capturing several of the more charming details of the station. Notice in front here this nice cute little bay window that's present in the original building itself. The clock here, as well as the little chalkboard with the station times, these adorable little red buckets, the red lampposts, so many things that I think just went really well, even the terracotta chimney toppers. I could just go on and on, but I thought they did a great job of capturing some of those things. But in looking at it, I knew that there were a few things I really wanted to accomplish. First, I wanted to add the second floor so that it looked more like the inspiration. I wanted to add the iconic drain pipe, something that is present in the old version of the Hogsmeade Station as well. I'll throw a picture up here so that you can see. And I wanted to incorporate a few of the items from that previous Hogsmeade Station itself that had come from the motorized Hogwarts Express set. As you can see, I kept the footprint of the building exactly the same as the original set. Aside from adding the drain pipe, I also added this small little luggage cart here that came from those original Hogsmeade Station inspired sets. For example, the motorized set itself of 10132. I also took a few little notes that we'll get to in the middle, or on the interior as well. But basically, I went ahead and added another lamppost so that it was consistent with the movie, and then basically left everything else on the ground floor here, at least in the exterior, the same, so that it kind of had that still similar feel. On the interior, I kept most things exactly the same as well. We'll start on this lower level here, so I'll just tilt a little bit so that you can see. I added this nice little cash register here that you can kind of see right here. This is from the original motorized Hogwarts Express set, 10132. And then there's also a small little money bag there and a little parcel piece over here by the owl post section. You can actually see that cute little sticker that they included, which I think is great. And, you know, so much of what they made happen in that initial interior I thought was really great. These stickers here, the one that shows the path of the Hogwarts Express, I think is really well done, as well as this graffiti in the bathroom area. Just really fun ways to kind of round this out and make it feel like a fun, meaningful little station here. So aside from that, we then move, I think, really onto the second floor. I had to come up with what was going to be here since I really didn't have a whole lot of inspiration per se. But in thinking about what might be at a train station, I went with a supply cabinet here, or a supply closet that's got a push broom, a little mop, and a red bucket. And then this room over here, the other kind of small skinny one, I haven't fully decided yet. I think I'm going to make it into a little sitting area for either the trolley witch or the conductor to just kind of like rest in before they have to take everything back to London. And then for the main portion, I thought that it made sense to make sure that we had a lost and found luggage area. So that trunk that you can see there is one that is from the, again, from 10132, that has, you know, some fun little potion things in there that's, you know, filled to the brim with magical things. Another little luggage cart. And then as you can kind of see, oh, as those two have fallen out, you can see there, I've also got a little basket containing tickets from that set as well. Those little ticket pieces were actually a part of a functional element in that original Hogsmeade Station, where you could dispense tickets from a machine out front of the station. So kind of a really fun little component there that I wanted to make sure was referenced or represented here in my model. Okay, I think that's everything as far as the interior goes. One thing that you can kind of notice right away, I'll turn this around. I mean, you can see it inside too. But the pitch of the roof and the height of the roof was something that was kind of difficult to navigate. In order to keep the proportion of the building accurate, as well as the depth, I ended up having to pitch the roof quite a bit. It's the least accurate thing when we compare it to photos of the inspiration building, but I could not find another meaningful way to make it work better. So we've just got a really pitched roof and a lot of extra space up there in this model. So yeah, that is it for the things that I wanted to change and modify about making this set. I am going to briefly cover the minifigs, though, just so that folks who've been following along can know kind of why I also didn't really go too deeply there. In the minifig lineup, we have 8. Hagrid, Draco, and Ron are all found in other sets. Identical assembly, identical faces, all of that. The Trolley Witch is nearly identical to the one in the 2018 set, the one that we'll be covering later. She has a slightly different torso print and a different face print, different pants, but genuinely in comparing them, she's basically the exact same. Harry is unique in his assembly, but he's not unique in his component parts. His head can be found in the Gringotts set. His torso is in at least 8 different sets from these waves, and his hair and legs are pretty ubiquitous. I think every time he's depicted in his first year, he's wearing that getup. Hermione's short legs with those cute little socks, the dual mold, are in at least 2 other sets, and that little skirt piece is as well. However, her face is unique to this set when it comes to this wave. It does appear again in the reboot that they do of Hagrid's Hut for 2024. So if you're really chasing her down, then that is the only way to get her facial expression there. The train conductor is unique to this set, though he is very similar to the train conductor that's present in the Hogwarts Express Collector's Edition. And then Lee Jordan is unique to this set as well. His hair can only be found here, as well as his torso assembly, and making sure that his hands match his face is really the challenge there if you're not just going to get a hold of him as it is. So after getting a conductor and a Lee Jordan, the only thing I need to really round this out is this lovely printed tile from the photo of the photo album that Hagrid gives Harry when he leaves for London at the end of Sorcerer's Stone. I love that they chose to do this. I think it's a great little moment to reference, and I will be getting a hold of that along with a Lee Jordan and a conductor to really round out my set here. All right, and aside from the station itself, I had to do one other modification, and it was to the small sign that is included. The sign itself that comes with the set is pretty standard, but I wanted to make sure that it was as movie accurate as it could be. So as you can see from the photograph here that I'm going to throw in, I went ahead and made sure that it alternated in the candle pieces so that it went in the color scheme that it is actually in the movie, and added this nice little pointed topper so that it really looked as close to accurate as possible. I think it turned out pretty great, and I think it makes a great complement to the set overall. So I think that is it for my version of the Hogsmeade Station from set number 76423. This also marks the last of the sets based upon Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. And as I move on to the sets that are based on Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, I'm going to be changing up the format of the videos that I post here on Insta. I'm going to be posting probably some shorter, kind of quicker reviews, since these have run definitely a little bit long, and post the longer reviews on a YouTube channel titled The Lawyer in the Lego Shed. So if you are interested in following along on this journey, please feel free to follow either of those accounts. And if there's anything else that you think that I should be covering in these reviews, feel free to drop a comment and let me know. Thanks so much for watching, and have an awesome day.